guys, it's Kelly. Hey, I got up a little early this morning, had a little bit of time, and thought I would finally get something done with these beautiful sunflowers that I love so much. So I don't really have a plan just yet. I'm thinking, and my initial thought was to use this for a card. However, I like to have options. So what I did was I cut a piece of 110 pound Nina Solar White cardstock and stuck it in my Misty. And I'm going to stamp that sucker. And then I'm probably going to use my alcohol inks because they're right here front and center on my desk. And I'm going to color them. And then I'm going to decide what the heck I want to do with them. Oh, God, I love this stamp. It is so gorgeous. The details and all of the little shadows that it does in there, it just adds, it's just a gorgeous, gorgeous stamp. And I'm, again, sucker for sunflowers. I always will be. It's just what I'm about. All right, and this is just like, literally, this is just like one of those air hockey puck things, the air hockey game things. Got it on Amazon, and it helps with some pressure when you're stamping. God, that's gorgeous. I think that's good enough. Absolutely love this stamp. And it's pretty dark, so by the time you're done stamping it, you're like, oh my gosh, where am I going to put the color? You'll see. You will see. Put the color everywhere. And the cool thing is, hold on guys, I got to clean off my stamp. I'm not going to freak out. I'm just going to wipe it clean. The cool thing is that the stamp shadows are already there. So it's just a tiny bit of color that's needed. And it winds up being magical. Just some oranges and yellows. And you get to where you want to be. Wait, it's sticky. Ha, there we go. But this stamp set, again, I'm not, you know, affiliate or anything of Simon's stamp. I just like their products. I love their kits. I just think there's a lot of value in the kits that they put together. They already have the colors chosen for you. So if you're color challenged, you're like, oh, I don't know if this is going to go with this or that's going to go with that. It really helps. It really helps. And recently they have their kits. Here's the kit. You get all kinds of stuff in there. Like this one you got, there was just all kinds of stuff. If you want to see what's in it, you can go check out the videos for Simon Says Stamp October 2022 kit. And they'll show you what they got out there. But I'm going to dry this just to make sure that my ink is completely dry. And since I've got 110 pound cardstock, if I wanted to watercolor, I could. However, the watercolor paper, the really thick watercolor paper is always recommended for that kind of thing, just because it can, again, that foundation, it'll hold on to it really good. If I did it on here, it would warp. It wouldn't, you know, the paper would just kind of disintegrate. But that really thick watercolor paper is perfect for that. And I love watercoloring. I don't think I'm very good at, like, if I'm making scenes or detailed watercoloring, but slapping it down to make a background is really, really good and quick. I like that. All right, so let me get my yellow. This is my Tri-Blend Spectrum Noir alcohol markers. Really love these. I also have a pack of this. Oh, hoo hoo. And this is a great set, and it was pretty affordable for all that you get. But these have everything in the barrel already, and I'm really, really enjoying the convenience of these. But sometimes I only got a set of 24, so I mix them up. I'm not sure which ones I'm going to use. I'm probably not going to use that one. All right, I'm going to go in and make it happen. So I like to start with the lightest first. And let me see if I can get zoomed in a little more. There we go. Now I got to stay there. Now I got to not move it. Not good at this. Where to begin? I'm just going to begin right there. And this is my lightest yellow, which, as you can tell, it kind of has like an orangey thing. And to find an actual true yellow, I actually had to go outside of the sets and find like a cheap, I think I got it from Artist Loft from Michael's. And it was like, I needed a bright yellow. And it's really hard to find because all the other yellows that I would run across would have like an orangey tint like this one does, or like a brown tint. I couldn't find like a true, in my mind, true yellow. It's getting frustrated with it. Kind of like purples. Purples are really hard to get right when it comes to alcohol inks, or alcohol markers. In my opinion, I can't find the right color blend for purple. It's either wicked dark or too pink or childlike purple. I don't know. I struggle with the purple thing. So, you know what? I'll probably run out of time. So I'll just color one at a time. Just kind of show you. I know coloring isn't everybody's jam. And by all means, I mean, you don't have to watch this if you're not down for it. But this is super easy. It looks complicated because of all the shading and stuff, but I didn't do anything with the shading. Like I said, that's all the stamp. The stamp does all the hard work. But this is the second, so I like to do it in shades of 3. So that, again, it's not just me, that's an artist thing, but I'm not a professional artist, guys. I always say that. I just like to do this. I figure it out as I go. I didn't go to school for art or anything like that. There's plenty of people that did, and that, oh gosh, the things that they create are just phenomenal, just insanely gorgeous. I'm not at that level, maybe someday, but I'm not right now. So for now, I just do me. And I encourage you all to do you too. Like, it doesn't have to be the best advice that I ever got for my artistic ability was everything that you make doesn't have to be an end-all be-all masterpiece. Just take, you know, allow yourself to do something, make something beautiful just for the heck of it. Just do it. And it's such great therapy. It really is. Oh my gosh, excuse me. Getting a cold. My whole family is. All right, so now I kind of go back over with the lightest color just to blend all that in, because once you add the dark color, it does kind of make it look a little choppy. So I want it to look a little bit more blended. And there it goes. One marker, 3 barrels, boom. I got these on Amazon. I think you could, I don't know if you can get them in some of the stores. I don't really know. But I'll leave the link for where I got it from. But look at that. It's so pretty. I just think that adds so much. Now you can get all crazy and do different colors on these. I stick with the traditional, gotta get that, traditional sunflower. That's just my jam. Just my jam. And then with the stem, I'll finish this one real quick. I know coloring gets boring, guys, but some people really like it. And the thing, when I started watching videos a long time ago, I was like, I would see the end result and it looked so complicated, and I thought I could never do this. I could never do that. But seriously, if you watch somebody do it, and I make sure I'm in the screen. I'm doing this with my cell phone. If you watch somebody do it, then you're like, that looked complicated, but I'm literally just barely doing it. It's like I'm barely touching it with this thing. And the color's going down. Nice. Now I do this one. And I used to think there was some magical way that they did it, and it really isn't. It's just a matter of just taking action and doing it. So, and that's what I hope to do when I do these videos and I share them. I love the comments. We have such an amazing community in the crafting community that's supportive and generous and just kind. And I love being part of this community and adding value where I can with videos that might inspire somebody. Even if I just inspire one person, I can't tell you the joy and fulfillment I get from that. I have a job that I do that I enjoy most of the time. However, there's really no end result of tangible, you know, it's working with people, which I love it, and it's in a leadership role, And I absolutely love that. And I do get fulfillment from it, but there's no tangible like moment of like, I made fire, you know, like, look what I made. And this fills that void for me. And plus I have a creative side that I like to kind of feed. So this works for me. But what I found is that a lot of people will spend a lot of time on YouTube or whatever other venue they like to use and say and feel like they can't do it. And that's the bridge that I want to gap. That's right there. I want to get it to the next stage of action. When you see something like this and it looks complicated, like it looks complicated. It's literally, it's just a stamp. And you know, you can buy the stamp if that's your jam. If you don't want it, then draw it, whatever. I'm a terrible drawer. I'm just not good at that. But, and I don't want to pursue that, but you buy a stamp and then some markers and you color it. If that's not in your budget, there's nothing wrong. Seriously, guys, use crayons, watercolor marker, or just use colored pencils. Just whatever. You can color however you like. But this looks complicated and somebody says, oh, it's alcohol markers. You're like, oh, Lord, I can't do that. Are they a little pricey? Yes, I'll tell you that. They can be. But what? You're investing in your thing. It's your jam. Why not? You deserve it. I think so. I deserve this. I work hard. And I chose to spend money on this stuff. And it brings me joy. I don't go out and spend a bunch of money. We're justifying it now. I hear myself. I do hear myself. But sorry, it's logic to me. I don't go out and spend a bunch of money and go on lavish vacations because I don't have the budget for that or the time. Right now in my life, the way that it is now, hopefully I will one day. My one day is just not right now, but it will be soon. But for right now, this is my thing. It's my hobby. It's what I like to do. And my husband's got his thing and he does his thing, and I respect that and love that. We give each other our space. You know, there's always these videos of like, oh, my husband's mad at me because I spent money. Well, he'll be all right. He'll get over it. Hopefully. I don't know. At least mine does, because he knows that this brings me joy. And he loves me and he wants me to be happy. So I wish that for everybody. I wish everyone had a Steve. You just can't have mine. We've known each other way too long. We met at the bus stop in high school. We were very, very young. And he is an amazing man. Amazing, supportive, wonderful man. I just love him to death. All right. So I'm going to keep coloring this. This is probably going to get boring after a while. But I just want to show that there's no magical, like, no skill really involved here. You just kind of do it. And this one is lighter than this one down here. And I like that because if you think about it, this flower is going to be in front of this one in this layout. So the light is going to come down on it and get a little bit more. It's going to be a little bit lighter. So this one is only light on the specific high points of the flower. So when I color it, you know, if you're like, well, what if I just color the whole thing one color? It will still be beautiful. But if you want the depths and the shadows, if you think about where the light is, where's my light source? For me, I should have done that. My light source is coming from here. That's my thought. The sun, right? So it's coming from here. So when I color these ones that are facing that, these petals on the outside will be lighter. If there's something in front of it, this one is behind it, I'm going to try and get more of the shadow on that. It doesn't have to be like insanely perfect. Just that's something to keep in the back of your mind of where's my light source when you're coloring, especially with alcohol markers. That I learned over time. It took me a while, but I figured it out. So I hope that helps you guys. There's so many different ways to color. You can color with your distress inks. Like I said, color pencils, all kinds of stuff. And it really is soothing and comforting. So I will finish this off screen. Hope you guys gained something from this and didn't feel like there was some kind of magical way to create the color on these amazing stamps. You just do it. You just do it. So have a great day, guys. More to come.